When you open the Practice tab of the TIA Study app, two things probably jump out at you immediately: the AI score and the Start Guided Practice button. There's a reason why those are so prominent. Their job is to help you streamline your practice in two important ways. Your AI score tells you at a glance how much of the exam material you have mastered so far. The value starts at 0 before you have completed any problems, and will march steadily toward 100 the more problems that you successfully complete using the practice system. This makes it unnecessary for you to spend time reviewing your progress on each individual lesson or section to determine how much progress you have made overall. For most courses, successfully completing 5 to 10 problems will often be enough to make your score go up, regardless of whether you work problems one at a time or quiz mode or browse. Doing enough problems to cause your score to rise every day is a great way to motivate yourself to stay on track even when you're still watching through the lessons. To compute the score, we combine your instructor's determination of the relative importance of each section of lessons together with your personal results on each individual lesson, which depends on both the proportion and the relative difficulty levels of the problems that you have successfully completed. If you want to see a simple percentage of the problems you have answered correctly so far, that appears down in the Progress area. Tap on Progress to get a more detailed breakdown of how many problems you still need to unlock by watching lessons, how many new problems you have unlocked but never worked before, how many problems you need to work again because you missed them on the previous attempt, and how many problems you are good with, having gotten them right on the previous attempt. What AI score do I need to get in order to pass my exam? That's tough to say with certainty. We hope to figure that out, but for now, it's safe to say a higher AI score makes it more likely for you to pass your exam. Your goal should be to make that score go as high as you can leading into the period during which you will work on sample exams, and then to make it go even higher as you work on more problems between sample exams and heading into exam day. TIA sample exam problems do not appear anywhere else in the practice system. They will be completely new to you when you take the sample exams. At this time, your results on the sample exams will not contribute to your AI score. The AI score helps you to know where you stand at all times. But which problems should you do next to make your score go up? That's where the Guided Practice button comes in. You don't need to worry about finding a lesson or a section or picking out individual problems to work on. Just click that big green friendly button and Guided Practice will take care of all of that for you. The algorithm begins by choosing the lesson from which your next problem will be selected. The lesson is chosen at random from among those lessons that you have already watched, with variable weights, which are larger for lessons designated by your instructor as relatively more important, and for lessons on which you have previously made the least progress. Within that chosen lesson, the problem with difficulty level nearest your past performance level for that lesson is selected from among those that you have not previously answered correctly or missed within the past 2 days. So by using Guided Practice, you'll spend as much of your time as possible working on problems that are as close as possible to being right on your level, and you'll automatically do it with problems on the material for which you still need to make the most progress. And as a bonus, problems that you have previously missed will naturally return just when you've forgotten what the correct answer choice was, so you can try it again with a fresh start. With Guided Practice, you complete one problem at a time and review the solution immediately after completing that problem. This is a great way to get started with your practice and review period. Once you have been practicing for a while, it's also good to start working more than one problem at a time between reviewing solutions, similar to the way that the real exam works. That's where the timed quiz option comes in. With timed quizzes, you can set the number of problems that you want to work and your goal for the number of minutes per problem, and the system will use the Guided Practice algorithm to select your problems for you when you start your quiz. So you can start with shorter quizzes and more minutes per problem, and work your way up to more problems and fewer minutes per problem as you get closer to exam day. Within a quiz, you will complete one problem at a time, with options to flag problems, jump around to any problem directly, or review your answer choices and flags on all the quiz problems and return to a specific problem using the review menu. Like Guided Practice, timed quizzes, and any other method of completing practice problems, including working problems by browsing all problems, will contribute to your AI score. Speaking of browsing all problems, this is where you will go if you need to focus your practice or take a quiz on a specific lesson or topic. Once you complete a sample exam, you may find a weakness in a particular area that you need to address. To focus on just that one topic, open Browse All Problems, select each of the lessons that you need to focus your attention on, and then start guided practice or a timed quiz for just that filtered collection of problems that you have created. You can even save this filter if you want to be able to easily come back to it later. You can also make smart filters by combining a lesson filter with a status filter like Again, which represents those problems that you got wrong on the previous attempt. Just as saving a filter makes it easy to return to a filter you have used before, Show History makes it easy to find any problem that you have worked before anywhere in the system. In the Problems tab, you can see each problem that you worked on any past day. In the Quizzes tab, you can see all of your past timed quiz results, as well as resuming any interrupted past quiz or returning to the review page of any completed quiz. If your course includes sample exams, you can also access those through the Practice tab. Tap Browse Sample Exams to see all the sample exams that are available for your course. If these are available as computer-based testing exams, then you can launch the CBT exam from within the submenu for each sample exam, as well as downloading the PDF files related to the exam, accessing the video solutions for each problem, and launching the forum page for the exam. You can also see and review your past attempts on this sample exam, or restart an incomplete sample exam that got interrupted. If a CBT is not available for the sample exam, you can record your self-graded pencil and paper attempt here as well. Just tap Add Score and enter the score you earned. As you can see, TIA Study contains everything you need for practicing problems until you get your accuracy and speed ready for exam day here in the Practice tab. So what are you waiting for? Mash that big green button right now and start raising your AI score today.